Ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the brand new week, brand new episode, Tuesday, September 29th, 2020, of yours truly, Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only, king of the damn ice himself, Philly Pete, and we are live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV channel 761. Welcome aboard. I hope everyone had a phenomenal and great weekend. I know I did, and we're back. We're back at it. Just like that, we're back at it. I just talked to you guys on Thursday. Now, like I said, we're back on Tuesday. So here we are. Pete's Power Plays. This show is always sponsored by MyBookie.ag. Please make sure when you are signing up with an account for MyBookie, make sure MyBookie.ag, make sure you use the promo code 12 Ounce Sports. It's 12OZ Sports, all one word, when signing up, and they will match your first deposit up to $1,000. Simple as that. You have the NBA Finals coming up now, Miami versus the Los Angeles Lakers. That's going to be a good series. A lot of people are overestimating this Heat team. I think, not to be biased, I have a $50, actually I have a $100 ticket in right now to pay out $20 grand. So I'm actually definitely going to be a hardcore Heat fan in this final. So this will be a nice solid payout for me. Absolutely my biggest payout if that's the case. So that would be awesome. But, a lot of people are saying the Lakers in 4 or 5 games. I think it's going to be a little bit more than that. But, again, I'm rooting for the Heat. But once again, you have the, MyBookie.ag. Use the promo code 12 Ounce Sports. They'll match your deposit up to $1,000. Like I said, you have the NBA Finals right around the corner starting tomorrow night. NHL, unfortunately, is over, which I will talk more about later on. Congratulations to the Tampa Bay Lightning. And, of course, my clients cashing out the 9-1 ticket from the beginning of the season. You also have MLB playoffs that are starting today. You have a bunch on the menu, like I said. So MLB playoffs are in full swing. And also, you're already in Week 4, coming towards the Week 4 of the NFL season. So football is freshly new. So once again, MyBookie.ag, use the promo code 12 Ounce Sports, 12OZ Sports, and they'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. Also, Zingo TV, channel 761. I hope you all, ladies and gentlemen out there, are tuning in to Pete's Power Plays right now. Channel 761. Those that don't have Zingo TV, download the app on your smart TV. Use the promo code 12 Ounce, 12OZ, and from there you'll be streaming live all of our phenomenal shows on 12 Ounce Sports. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Once again, congratulations to the Tampa Bay Lightning. They overcame last year. After getting bounced in the first round, getting swept by the Columbus Blue Jackets, they come back this year. And, man, what a Cinderella story. Awesome story. They come back, and they win the Stanley Cup. And now, it's funny because you saw Stevens in the press conference wearing a Virginia Cavaliers national championship hat, which is basically, you think about that, it's basically on the same boat, UVA lost in the first round to a 16-seeded team, and they were ousted in the first round of the tournament. And then, you come back the following year, you win the national championship. So it's kind of like Tampa Bay in this situation here, and it's good to see. It's absolutely good to see here. A great Cinderella story. Tampa deserved it. Tampa Bay absolutely deserved this cup more than anything. And I said it. I said it on the show last week that, if Stamkos does come back in the Stanley Cup Finals, it is going to boost this Lightning team. And it did. It absolutely did. Minus Game 6, but, hey, it gave them the boost that they needed, and they won in 6 games. Simple as that. But, again, first and foremost for today's menu, I have my season overall record and recap. Clients had one hell of a season. Twitterverse as well had a hell of a season. Again, if you all followed me from the beginning of the season, you guys and ladies out there, you know who you all are. Followed me since day one. Even last year has been following me since day one. Is up an enormous amount of cash that I put in your pockets this season. Hey, it's only going to get better. starting season 3 this December when we have the 2020-2021 season of the NHL starting in December 1st. So there you have it. But Bolts and Stars Game 6 recap, Stanley Cup 2021 odds and leans. I have a couple predictions already. I know it's a way ahead, but it can't be too early. It can't be way too early with these plays here. It's kind of like Joe Lenardi with the bracketology. He has his way too early. Top 25 is way too early bracketology. This is Philly Pete's way too early 2021 NHL Stanley Cup futures right here. And some leans. I have a couple teams that are in mind right now, and I'll give you some backstories of them throughout the show today. And last but not least, I want to give you guys some early Thursday night daily fantasy football players. It's going to be kind of like a crapshoot of a game. I don't expect much from these two teams, Jets, Broncos, Thursday night. I mean, it's going to be a difficult game to basically get good players on. But first and foremost, I would highly recommend taking the quarterbacks, obviously, because they provide the most points. So there you have it. But again, that'll be discussed later on the show today. So now, going into it, let's get into it right now. So the overall season record and recap, this has been a phenomenal season. I cannot stress this enough. Once again, clients in Twitterverse, another successful NHL season. This was awesome. You guys, I could not do this without you all. And again, you know who you are. Clients, continued clients from last season, thank you again for supporting me. And as we speak, I have about 25 clients that I currently have that signed up for the last 2 years. My day one starters, I should say, from last season when I first started capping the NHL, already renewing their subscription for 2020-2021 season. So those 25 of you, welcome back again. You know who you're dealing with. One of the best NHL cappers on Twitter as we speak. Again, numbers and records and units don't lie when it comes to Philly Pete. So there you go. They're ready for season 3. Nothing but profit the first 2 seasons. I'm going to get you more profits once you have for season 3. So there you go. Already off to a great start for Philly Pete and his clients. Like I said, I'm pumped up. I'm ready to start rocking once December rolls around. But 2018-2019 season, I have plus 85.8 units. This year, 2019-2020 season, plus 132.1 units. Again, profiting massively, massive numbers compared to last year. This is awesome. I'm happy. I couldn't be more thrilled. Clients out there, like I said, I'm very, very supportive, and I appreciate each and every one of you for hopping on board. And even my Twitterverse fans, I had about 15 to 20 of you guys messaged me last night after the cup was over and said, hey, another hell of a season compared to last year. This year was even better. Let's make season 3 even more remarkable. And hey, that's what I want to be going for. Absolutely. So those Twitterverse fans that aren't clients of mine, I support you. I appreciate the love and all the DMs that you've given me. Hey, some of you even are considering signing up, and you should. Again, you are signing up with one of the best. So I'm just putting that out there. It's great. The community of Philly Pete grows and grows by the day, and it did. I doubled my clients this year compared to last year, and that was only season 1 last year that I started capping this sport. And again, you had the support and all the love from everybody out there that follows your plays, wins or losses. They follow right behind you, and that's all that matters. So once again, last year, 2018-2019 season, plus 85.8 units. 2019-2020 season, plus 132.1 units. And like I said, let's rock and roll once season 3 rolls around. So last night wasn't the best night to end the NHL season. Again, I had the Bolts Stars over first period, 1.5, that lost. Stars team total over 2.5, that lost. Stars plus 1, that lost. Clients had the over 5, that lost. The only thing that cashed was Braden Point to score at any time at plus 200. That was a winner. Again, it's tough. It was a tough evening, okay, but it doesn't consume the fact of how successful everybody was. And like I said, if you followed me on Twitter since day 1 in September when the puck dropped opening night till now with all my free plays, you guys were cashing out large. Absolutely. Clients as well. Everyone had another successful season compared to last year. And like I said, I'm ready for season 3. So let's get at it. Let's absolutely get at it. So my final overall record for the 2019-2020 season: 645 wins, 489 losses, and 37 pushes. Once again, it gives me a grand total of plus 132.1 units. Remarkable, remarkable. Smashing last year's record by a landslide. Let's do it again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's absolutely do it again. And I'm ready to rock. I'm absolutely ready to rock. So, but that was last night's plays. Of course, not the best, but again, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV channel 761. Thank you for each and one of you out there, ladies and gentlemen, for tailing my plays all year. You guys are the best. I can't do this without you all, and of course my clients, my amazing group that I have. All 100 of you guys and ladies out there that have signed up with me during the course of this season, and my continued ones from 2 years ago. Or last year, I should say. Nothing but the best, man. You guys, you ladies and gentlemen out there are truly rock stars to me, and I love each and every one of you. So this is why I do this for you guys out there. But here we go, and back at it as we speak. Now I want to talk about the and like I said, I'm ready to start season 3. I'm ready to start rocking and rolling. Newcomers, welcome aboard. Those that follow me, you know who you're dealing with. And those that don't follow me, you can get me at the Real Pete Tucci. You search up PT. I'm one of the first guys there. My hockey plays are real, and as real as it gets. Anyone will tell you. But moving on, a little recap of last night's plays real quick. Last night's recap. Game 6. More than 365 days after training camp started, preseason games were played, and almost a year to the day, the puck dropped on regular season games. The 2019-2020 season has been completed. How crazy is that? How crazy is that we should be starting the 2020 and 2021 season, but last night we ended the 2019-2020 season. It's crazy. No one expected this pandemic to happen, but those guys in the bubble, all the players, all the coaches, all the referees that has dealt with it since the playoffs started in both bubbles in Toronto and Edmonton, hats off to them for hosting a very successful, and I mean a very damn successful playoffs and postseason. No positive cases of the coronavirus was even mentioned during this course. They did this well. I could not be any more proud of the NHL and the NBA as well. I'll give NBA props as well because they did it right just as good as the NHL. So now we know for the future. It worked out well for the crazy times that we had, and to put something together like this, man, did the NHL and NBA come through, and they came through well. Knowing the sportsaholics that we all are, they did this right, and man, I could not be any happier. So NHL, NBA, hats off, kudos, whatever it may be. You all deserve a medal because this is just phenomenal. Phenomenal the way that you dealt with this, with the bubbles. So, and thank you, Orlando, too, for hosting the NBA playoffs. This is absolutely remarkable, and it gave us something for us all to watch and enjoy and still make it some sort of a remarkable season when it comes to the NHL and NBA. So there you go. And the Tampa Bay Lightning are your 2020 Stanley Cup champions. Now, through early season struggles, we know the pause of the season, obviously due to COVID in March. I can't believe we've been dealing with this for almost 7 months now. March 12th, I remember clear as day. No March Madness tournament. And that's when everything got let go. March 12th. It's just been it's unreal. And it's unreal how we came from that too. Over 6 months now, we're going into almost 7 months of dealing with COVID. So much has helped us sports fans big time. And again, we thank each and every one of you out there that put all this together and made it work. And no positive cases of COVID, which is phenomenal news. But like I said, you're in bubble hockey since August 1st. That's when the postseason started. Lightning completed one of the best redemption stories in recent sports history. Okay, like I said earlier, they got swept last year as the President's Trophy winners. This year they follow it up and they win the title. Okay, and that's great. Like I said, it's great. They absolutely demolished Dallas Stars. Dallas shouldn't even gotten dressed last night to play. They didn't have anything, not even 20 shots on goal. I mean, It was a rough Stars game. I think they might have partied too much after that Game 5 victory in overtime, but they just did not show up. I could have even suited up for Dallas and had at least a shot or two on goal. That's it. But the Lightning came out firing. They wanted to end this game. They just wanted to end the series. It's time to go home. I think bubble time is long overdue. They were almost in the bubble for 2 months. I mean, I think that's long. That's long enough for these NHL players to be dealing with the bubble life. And 2-0 final for the Bolts. Absolutely domination. Vasilevsky, amazing shutout last night, making great saves left and right again. And man, this is just everything we ever hoped for. And there you go. Again, just 22, I should say. Winning the Stanley Cup marks the first time, obviously, in the Florida franchise since 2004. It's been 16 years since the Lightning have won the NHL Stanley Cup. But it also represents redemption for a lot of the players who lost in the last round to the Blackhawks in 2015. Now, like I said, it's everything just comes to an end. And hey, like I said, Stamkos coming into this game in Game 4 boosted this Lightning team big time. But hey, once again, kudos to the Lightning. You are the 2020 Stanley Cup champions. Absolute domination, annihilation of the Stars. And man, you guys deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. So go enjoy it. Safe travels back home. You're out of the bubble life. And congratulations. Party it up, Tampa. Party it up. So moving on. And first and foremost, before I get into my early 2021 Stanley Cup odds and leans, I do have some predictions as well. I also have top 5 that I like. This is going to be good. But like I said, this show, Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only king of the ice himself, Philly Pete, is sponsored by MyBookie. Okay, those that have not signed up for MyBookie, make sure you go to mybookie.ag. That's the website. Use the promo code 12ounce sports, 12OZ sports, one word, and they'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. Again, even though the NHL is done, you guys have the NBA playoffs, MLB playoffs. I mean NBA finals, MLB playoffs is starting today, and you have the whole rest of the NFL season. You also have UFC. You also have a casino in there to scratch the itch, whatever it may be. Roulette, blackjack, 3-card poker, whatever it may be. MyBookie.ag is the way to go. Use the promo code 12ounce sports, all one word, and they'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. Zingo TV, channel 761. Ladies and gentlemen that are tuning in, welcome aboard to the Tuesday, September 29th, 2020 episode. Man, we are flying by the month of September. Zingo TV, channel 761. Welcome aboard. Those that don't have Zingo TV, make sure you download the app on the smart TV. Use the promo code 12ounce. That's it, 12OZ. And from there, you'll be streaming live all of our phenomenal shows on 12ounce sports, including yours truly, Pete's Power Plays. So once again, channel 761 on Zingo TV. Tune in now. You'll hear my lovely voice like always. So, Stanley Cup early 2021 odds and leans. What can I say? This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this. I cannot wait. I'm ready for 2 months. I'm ready for it to be December 1st. I'm ready for more puck. This is going to be it's going to be a tough 2-month stretch right now. Obviously, thank God we have football. Thank God we have the NFL. Thank God we have college football coming back. Penn State, amen. Big Ten is coming back. Thank God. October 24th, Penn State plays Indiana. It's going to be a tough first matchup for my boys, my Nittany Lions. And then, of course, Halloween weekend against The Ohio State University, which will be another great game. So I can't wait. Big Ten is back. October 24th, Penn State, Indiana. I'm pumped up. Of course, I'm repping my boys. That's my alma mater, class of 2009. Go State. And let's go. So that's another thing you can start betting on. Of course, college football is back as well when it comes to MyBookie. So 2021 Stanley Cup odds and predictions. Of course, no brainer here. The Tampa Bay Lightning are the favorites again to retain the title after beating the Dallas Stars. And the Lightning opened as favorites for the richest prize in hockey before the season even started, despite the campaign being on hold, as we know, and the relocations to the bubbles. They were still the top favorites. Okay, clients had them at 9-1. Like I said, and I'll say it again, clients had them at 9-1 in September, cashing out large. Again, I have, like I said, I'll mention this again. I'll be honest with you. I have high rollers and I have casual players. I have clients that are betting $5,000 on a future that are betting $1,000 on a future. And I have those casual players that put in $10, $25, $50, a Benjamin on $100, whatever it may be. Okay, but everyone cashed out large with this Tampa Bay 9-1 ticket, and I'm happy with it. I'm absolutely happy. And again, I'm not surprised that these guys are going to be the favorites once again in 2021. So, and you have to remember, this is Tampa Bay's second Stanley Cup victory after beating the Flames in 7 back in 2004. Who remembers Ruslan Fedotenko? I do. I think most of you all know there. 2004. I was a junior in high school, and the Flames miraculously lost that series. I mean, they beat the Sharks in the semis in the Western Conference Finals. They go on and they play Tampa in the Stanley Cup. I thought they were going to win the Cup, the Flames. No doubt about it. But Fedotenko and the gang came back no problem and won the Cup for Tampa, and that marked their first one. And here you are 16 years later winning another one. So a couple of rundowns real quick. I'm not going to go through all these teams, but Tampa Bay Lightning, of course, is your first odd of the evening. Tampa Bay Lightning 7-1. Vegas followed up another 7-1. So here you go. 3 teams already at 7-1. Tampa, Vegas, and Colorado. 7-1 odds to win the Stanley Cup next year. And it makes sense. I mean, we know Tampa's going to be up there again. We know Vegas had a good run until Dallas oisted them. Vegas is going to come back for revenge. 7-1, we know that. Colorado as well. Okay, because you can make a statement that they might need goaltending, but, Grubauer played pretty darn good in the playoffs. Absolutely. So the fact that they're 7-1 makes a lot of sense. You have the Boston Bruins at 12-1. Okay, makes sense. The Flyers, 18-1. That's going to be one that I will be putting on, no doubt. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm biased. I kind of am because I do love my Flyers. But at that price at 18-1, that's pretty good. And we saw what they did. They had a meltdown against the Islanders, I know, but look what they did in the round robin play. They looked good. They looked like Stanley Cup contenders, but then they lost all their mojo. Simple as that. I like the Flyers. If the Flyers can get a goal scorer in the offseason to put on their squad, I mean, rumor has it that they are in the sweepstakes for Patrick Laine of the Winnipeg Jets. That could be pretty solid for the Flyers. Not sure what they are willing to give up. I know JVR will be in the mix to leave. I know Ghost will be involved to leave. Voracek, we're not sure of, or not sure what's going to go on with him. He might be in the mix to leave. But the Flyers absolutely need a goal scorer. They already have their goaltender for years and years to come, and they are a good team. So they just need to add a goal scorer, and I think Philly will get a cup. Capitals 18-1, Stars 20-1. Okay, 20-1. That's not bad. Toronto 20-1, and it's crazy to me that you see the Stars that were a Stanley Cup team like we just saw as late as 20-1 odds, which is crazy. So that's not bad considering the fact. Toronto 20-1, Edmonton 22-1, Pittsburgh 22-1, St. Louis 22-1, the Islanders 25-1. Something to look at as well. We saw that Islanders team. Islanders team look pretty darn good until they lost to Tampa, and they still gave them a decent run for their money. Look for that 25-1 Cup future for the Islanders as well. That looks pretty good at the value. The Vancouver Canucks 25-1. This is my Western Conference team. I truly, truly do like this Canucks team. Absolutely. They absolutely fought this season and had one hell of a Stanley Cup run as well during the playoffs. They looked good. They looked very, very good. They're a young team. Horvat, Pettersson, and like I said, you have Demko and net. Who could forget Demko? Friggin' lights out for Vancouver. I mean, this team is so talented, both offensively, defensively, and even obviously goaltending, which is huge in the NHL. So I really, truly like that's going to be one of my big plays. That's going to be one of my absolute lock futures next year to put in. Okay, a couple of other ones I'm like, yeah, sure, like I'll do it. But one team that I'm absolutely going to put money on to win the Cup is the Vancouver Canucks at 25-1. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love this team. I expect Vancouver to make a nice run. You might even see Vancouver, Vegas in the Western Conference Finals next year. We'll see what happens. But I really do like this Canucks team, and that's where my money is at currently to win the 2021, or at least represent the Western Conference in the 2021 Stanley Cup Finals. We'll see. I just think that's a lot of value for Vancouver, especially how talented they are. Again, like I said, both offensively and defensively, and of course their goaltending in Demko. I like the Canucks there. Hurricanes 30-1. Okay, something you could look at as well again. Rangers 30-1. Flames 33-1. Predators 33-1. Jets 33-1. Then you have the Coyotes, Jackets at 40-1. Panthers, Wild, Canadians, Sharks 50-1. Devils 60-1. Sabres, Kings 66-1. And to round it out, Ducks, Blackhawks 80-1. Sens 100-1. And those lonely Red Wings 150-1. Like I said, that's just, you don't have to worry about those. But at a quick glance, Tampa, of course, if they don't lose anybody, you got to figure, stab it with them again. They are absolutely loaded. Vegas, can they have a repeat of last year? Except get over the hurdle and get to the Cup Finals again. To my knowledge, they're not going to lose anybody either. I do like this Vegas team as well. 7-1, that's fine. Colorado, another team you could look at. The Flyers, I like. Of course, I'm going to put money on the Flyers, absolutely. But the one team that I really, really love, and that, again, the Canucks, 25-1. You can't beat that at that price. But like I said, as expected, the 7-1 Cup winners again become only the second team this century to win back-to-back titles, or to become only the second team this century to win back-to-back titles, following the footsteps of the 2016-2017 Pittsburgh Penguins. That is the Tampa Bay Lightning, of course. Now, of course, like I said, the Knights and Avalanche are a top market tier 1 with the Lightning. A lot of people expected Vegas-Tampa Stanley Cup, but of course, goals dried up at the wrong time for Vegas, and the Stars were able to capitalize. Vegas proved, though, throughout the season that they are one of the best teams in the NHL, and it's really hard to see them regressing. Like I said, this is why I do consider a Vegas ticket as well for the future. Okay, I do like Vegas. 7-1 right now. Let's wait it out and see if they go up to 8 or 9-1. But again, at 7-1, why not? Again, decent value. $100 pays you $700. Especially with just a new season started over, and 2 months from now we're starting the season up again. Of course, Colorado as well. We know that. Can they get back on track? We'll see. Depends on Grubauer. All right, we know the rest of their team is pretty darn good. Dallas Stars, considering at plus 2,000 and how they played, I mean it's tough to see that. It's tough to see them that low. I mean that makes you think, let me put money on them too. But again, they thrived in the bubble. They were great, and it's just weird for me to see them at 20-1. I still like Dallas. They could still put on a show. They could absolutely put on a show. The one team, like I said, I'm back in the Canucks big time at plus 2,500. They're young, like I said. They're learning. They played phenomenal hockey in the playoffs. Starters saw off a tough St. Louis Blues team, and no doubt to be delighting to see back in the bubble. But obviously, their most impressive efforts came in the 4-3 series defeat to Vegas in the second round. They showed Vegas their true colors, man. They gave Vegas a scare of their lives there. Vegas got lucky. This is why I like Vancouver. So we know Vegas got obliterated by the Canucks in that series, but again, Vegas advanced. But it just says a lot about this team. They could bounce back. They really can. And like I said, Thatcher Demko, man, he's going to be the go-to for that squad. And that's why I like the Canucks. So there you have it. More of that later on for sure. Now, for the last about 30 seconds that I have for an early Thursday Night Football daily fantasy lineup, 3 players that I'm looking at right now, again, subject to change. Sam Darnold, quarterback of the Jets. Jeff Driscoll, quarterback for the Broncos. And I'm also leaning a little bit on Noah Fant. I do like Noah Fant. You could even add in Melvin Gordon in there. I don't think Philip Lindsay is going to be playing yet again, but we will see. Stay tuned to that. Of course, this is all subject to change. I'll talk more about this tomorrow, and of course, once we lead into Thursday Night Football. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I'm out of time. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Be back tomorrow, same place, same time, 12 o'clock Eastern Time on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Have a great day, everyone, and be back tomorrow. See you guys. Bye.